The Shark Deck.
Hello and welcome to Palace Intrigue. I am your host, Mark Francis. From The Independent, the eye-catching headline, Are Harry and Meghan about to split? As a nervous newlywed, I hope not. Samuel Fishwick writes, Here is everything we're hearing about Harry and Meghan right at this minute. A month ago, we had a video of Meghan swerving to avoid her kiss from Harry on the NBA's kiss cam while attending a basketball match. She is absolutely separating from him, said the royal commentator Angela Levin on GB News last week. Where is Meghan's wedding ring? Shrieked the Daily Mail last week as the Sussexes made their ill-fated trip to the Foundation Women of Vision Gala in New York. The one before that, near catastrophic car chase. Then there were the reports from The Sun that Prince Harry allegedly has a room at a glitzy and clandestine hotel hole for A-listers a stone's throw from his Montecito mansion, set aside as an escape place for the 38-year-old prince to get away from his wife and kids Archie. This is not true, said a rep. It hasn't stopped the rumour mill sloshing. Body language expert Darren Stanton is less worried. When we take a look at the changes in Harry and Meghan's lives since the beginning of their relationship, Meghan has become a global figure and one of the most recognizable people in the world. While this may have caused issues for other couples, Harry and Meghan appear to be stronger than ever. The fact they have managed to overcome certain challenges and show genuine emotion proves that they are clearly meant to be. I definitely believe they are in it for the long haul. I do think they will last the course of time. In terms of their development over the years, the couple have been through a lot in order to get where they are today. Their relationship started off being seemingly smooth sailing and there were no challenges. Meghan was very much like Princess Diana, as she was new on the scene and had to get to know the royal family. However, despite having challenges since then, the couple have only gotten stronger over the years. In terms of confidence, I would say that Meghan is very much the stronger personality. But having said that, she's the one who has had the normal upbringing. She obviously had to work hard to become a professional actor, facing lots of rejection and hardships, especially in her professional life. Grant Harold, who worked as Charles' butler, told the New York Post he could see Harry spending more time in the UK. I'd never say never. It's always possible that one day he might want to come home. It's possible that he might buy a property here if he wanted to come over more and Meghan didn't want to come over. Meghan doesn't really have any family here as such. All her family are in the States, and that's where Harry has decided he wants to set up his home. He'll always want to keep his fingers in that pie, so to speak. He'll want to have that association with Britain just in case one day he does want to come back, and I don't think Harry will want to sever ties. The FBI revealed the IRA had plotted to kill Queen Elizabeth during a visit to the United States in 1983. Per a recap in the Mirror, a man threatened to drop an object off the Golden Gate Bridge onto the royal yacht Britannia when it sailed underneath, or would attempt to kill Queen Elizabeth when she visited Yosemite National Park. The file states that a phone call was made by a man who claimed that his daughter had been killed in Northern Ireland by a rubber bullet. It adds, this man additionally claimed that he was going to attempt to harm Queen Elizabeth and would do so by dropping some object off the Golden Gate Bridge onto the royal yacht Britannia when it sails underneath, or it would attempt to kill Queen Elizabeth when she visited Yosemite National Park. Palace Intrigue will be right back.
I'm Nina Hobson, ex-police detective from the UK. I've worked on every crime mentionable, from murder to kidnap to stalking to fraud. When I left the force, I launched my own investigations firm that soon became a global operation. I'm also a single mother of two, to two members of my team, my son Harrison and daughter Amy. Every week, we'll be getting first-hand accounts from psychological experts, operatives, former criminals, actual victims of the crimes that we investigate, and of course, my very own flesh and blood. From Storic Media, you're listening to Codename Siren, a true crime podcast, available on YouTube and all major podcast platforms.
A new exhibit featuring the crown jewels has opened. You'll find it at the Jewel House in the Tower of London, featuring images and footage from coronations, including King Charles III's. The exhibit showcases Queen Camilla's coronation crown for the first time, which was made for Queen Mary in 1911 and adapted by the 2023 ceremony. And it also explores in greater depth than ever before the controversial history of the Kohinoor and Cullinan diamonds. Historian for Historic Royal Palaces, Charles Farris, told reporters, "We wanted to do a refresh of the Jewel House, but we didn't know it was going to be in a coronation year. But it's an amazing opportunity to showcase this amazing collection while it's in the public eye, as it hasn't been for many years. There is a newfound context for a lot of people. They recognize some of the objects from the ceremony. One of our key priorities was making the exhibition more accessible with new additions including enhanced tactile 3D models for visually impaired visitors. For example, 3D resin models of the 3106-carat Cullinan diamond and 9 of the largest stones later cut from it were attached to a display panel so visitors could feel them. New exhibits also include the stake-crown frames, the metal structures minus the jewels that were made for George I, George IV, and Queen Victoria, and the hammer and knife used to make the first cuts on the Cullinan diamond, the largest gem-quality rough diamond ever found, discovered in South Africa in 1905. The revamped Jewel House exhibition space had been closed since September 2022, but its treasury, where the most precious pieces are displayed, remained open. The tower has housed the crown jewels, which now total more than 23,500 gemstones for nearly 400 years. The king's sheep were stolen. Activists were pictured holding up signs saying, "I rescued the king's sheep." GB News reports 3 women carried the lambs off Appleton Farm on the king's land in West Newton. They later put the lambs in the back of the van and named them Sammy, Sunny and Sooty. Footage of the incident shows the women running onto the farm, picking up a lamb before turning around and carrying it to the van. Another clip shows the activists sitting in the field watching the grazing sheep as they eat. The incident has sparked a backlash from some viewers of the online clips. Ryan Johnson said, "Stealing from farmers and taking lambs from their mothers is disgraceful and pathetic." And there you have it. If you'd like to email us, our address is thepalaceintrigue@gmail.com. Please follow us on Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts, through your app of choice. I'm Mark Francis. My thanks to John McDermott. This is Palace Intrigue, and good times.